And we're live. Due to circumstances beyond our control, this time's program is brought to you by one camera. Well, what happened to the second camera is that, unfortunately, HDMI micro cables do bend. And somehow it got bent when all twisted around. I guess the camera fell down and it bent, and I didn't realize it bent, and I looked afterwards and it bent. Which kind of leads me into tonight's topic. So now I gotta look at you and the camera, and I look at the screen. I gotta make sure I don't look at the screen. Choices and nostalgia. They're kind of feeding the same thing. Okay. I was just sitting back here, thinking about I'm working on my karaoke business and songs, and karaoke is all about nostalgia. That's what it's about. That's the whole reason we have karaoke. We want to be able to live through vicariously and be like the stars we tend to watch on TV and movies and stuff like that, whatever. So we want to vicariously act like them for one shining moment. We want to be that famous person, and so that's what nostalgia. That's what it goes to nostalgia, and it goes back to another thing I was thinking about while I was doing that. Things like the only person that can get in your way is yourself. That was the revelation I came to. The only person that can ever get in the way of making any decision in life about anything is you. You are your own biggest obstacle in life. And let me explain that one, because it's sort of like a profound fact. I've known in my life several decisions in life where I've done certain things and I wonder, what the hell did I do this for? And now I think back and realize the reason I did them for is because I already had pre-decided at some point in time, without my own knowledge, that I was going to make this decision. And a lot of times these decisions were things that ultimately, I'll always wonder about what would have happened had I decided differently, had I chosen differently, had I thought differently, how I thought differently about myself, thought differently about what I was worthy of, and why I was with someone, or why I wasn't with someone, or why I wasn't somewhere, or why I was somewhere. Our life is filled with all these decisions. Most of these decisions are very binary decisions. Be there or not be there. Go or not go. Stay or not stay. With this color or that color. Although a lot of the decisions are not that, can seem more nuanced than they really are, but they're not really nuanced. They're really about the consequence of choices, and not just choices about our own pre-programming. Now, before you start going, well, how do you get pre-programming? Oh, it's a lot of hobnob. Where do you get this from? The truth is very simple. We are a very, very complex machine with a very complex computer brain. Biological, mind you. We believe that we do have cognitive choice of making decisions, but do we really? How do we know that any decision we make at any point in time is truly a decision that we make because we want to, that we have the actual will to make that decision? Or are we just a consequence of all that biological programming that we've gotten from influences from our friends, family, personal self-reflection, whatnot, you don't know, whatever, anything. And this is why we spend so much of our lives thinking about nostalgia. And this is crazy. And why is nostalgia such a great, big industry in society? Why is nostalgia so large? Well, nostalgia is, like I said, like my shirt. Darn gang, I'm going to explain why I'm right. This shirt, that's an epitome of everything I'm talking about, nostalgia. We tend to spend a lot more time looking backward at our life and the lives of others than looking forward. And why is that? Why do we pine for what is past as opposed to future? Well, it's simple. The past is certainty. We already know what's happened in the past. We already know what has already transpired in the past for our past, the past of others, some of them long gone, long ago. A lot of people gone long ago. We already know their past is already written. The only thing we don't know is we don't always know all the details. The farther back you go, the less related to you it is, the less likely you'll have enough information to know the basis of why that past was the way it was, why that decision was made, why those decisions were made, the consequence of that decision, not just the person making the decision, but all the other people that were involved. No decision is made in a vacuum. Nothing you can do in life is made in a total vacuum where your decision does not affect somebody, somewhere, somehow, in some way. Some decisions are micro decisions, like whether I get out of this chair now. Now, it might think, oh, that decision's not going to affect too many people, it's only going to affect me. Yes, you're right, it'll affect me, but it might not realize about the people I'm involved with. Like my fiance upstairs. The time I decide and much time I spend down here could reflect exactly what her mood is. She may have decided she wants to do something with me, and she's too afraid to tell me that she wants to wait till I decide to come and spend time with her. But what if I choose not to? How's that going to reflect her feelings for me in the moment, in future moments, and in the long term of my relationship with her? I don't know. These are the things that we ponder. Oh, yes, my dear. Okay, well, see, that's another thing. Decisions. The fact that I took so long to make this choice to do this video has had consequences, like the fact that right now we're using the basement for our son, or my fiance's son, or my adopted son, to stay in, and he's decided to come home now. So here's the thing. Every decision, don't spend all your life thinking backwards about every decision. It'll drive you crazy. Instead, when you make a decision, think about for a second why you make that decision. Is it really based on real truth, things that you really do know certainly, or is it just based on feelings and emotions and prejudice and things that you built up in life over time? And if you start thinking that way, maybe you'll start thinking less negative about your life, and you'll be less scared to think about moving forward and spend less time reflecting on what could have been. Anyway, that's probably another. I apologize for the fact I didn't produce a video last week. I've been busy with my life. That's, again, decisions. Everything about life is decisions. Whether I make a video or not make a video is about decisions. Whether I wake up in the morning or don't wake up in the morning is decisions. Whether I wait to shovel the snow an hour later or not is decisions. So everything. So the thing is, the theme forward from now is make the best decisions for you, and don't always worry about the consequence all the time in the short term, because it'll drive you crazy. But at the same time, keep in mind that every decision does have consequences, some good and some bad. So, on that note, have a wonderful evening. I'm going to post this video hopefully this weekend. I've got some work to do this weekend. I have to go do some deliveries and that. So once I do that, I'm going to post this video, and I will attempt, not try, because trying is a weak word. Don't try to be a good person. Be a good person. And do it because you want to, not because somebody else tells you to, or someone else thinks you should. Do it for yourself first. If it benefits others, great. If it doesn't, then it doesn't matter, because the decision's made for you alone anyway, ultimately. So anyway, have a good evening. I'm Mike. I'm signing off for now, and take care, and bye. See you next week. Take care. Bye for now. And of course, as always, like, comment, and subscribe to the videos here, because hopefully that maybe something will come out of that makes something and means something either to you or someone you care about. Have a good day. Take a good evening. Bye for now.